Again, we've been talking in recent days about players of the Boston Bruins in the 1970s that became almost folk heroes. Now, this guy was a hometown hero in two of the biggest Ontario hockey communities of all time. His birthplace of Port Arthur, Ontario, and Thunder Bay. Now, John Adams, one of the better goalies to come from that part of Ontario in the 1960s, 6 feet, 200 pounds, eventually made it to the NHL for the Bruins as kind of the number 3 player on the squad, on the squad's goalie ranks in the early 1970s, and also skated with the Washington Capitals in their inaugural season. Now, he had great success in the junior ranks with, again, his hometown Port Arthur team. He is one of the few players in major junior history to appear in 4 consecutive Memorial Cup tournaments. Now, he eventually signed with the Bruins, and he was assigned to their great minor league squad, the Dayton Gems of the IHL in 1967. Now, Adams eventually played 2 seasons with the Gems, winning the leading goalie award in 1969. Now, in the fall of '69, he was signed to the Bruins' leading farm team at the time, the Oklahoma City Blazers. My old pal Clem Tremblay, the mayor of Dalhousie, played on that squad while he was there. And he played there for the next 2 seasons, winning honors as a league first-team All-Star in 1972. Now, during the 1970 playoffs, he was recalled as a possible reserve or backup for regular goalies Jerry Cheevers and Eddie Johnson. Now, although he did not play a game with the Bruins in the postseason, he decided to engrave his name on the Stanley Cup upon winning the championship, kind of similar to Richard Sevigny in 1979 from Montreal. Now, he's one of the few players in NHL history to have his name on a Stanley Cup before playing an NHL game in a regular season. Now, Adams will not play his first NHL game for another 3 seasons. Now, in '73, with Cheevers gone to WHA and disruption in the Boston net, several players were fighting for number 1. He played 14 games for the defending champion Bruins while splitting time with the new Bruins affiliate, the Boston Braves of the AHL. Now, in that season in Boston, they put up some terrific numbers. 9-3-1 in 14 games, with a 3.0 average and 1 shutout. Now, '74, a very interesting situation in his career. He was eventually traded to the minor league San Diego Gulls of the Western Hockey League the following season. There, he won second-team All-Star honors before being sold to, of all teams, the Washington Capitals in 1974. Now, he played only 8 games with the Capitals, splitting the season between the NHL and the minor leagues. Unfortunately, with Washington that year, some of the worst results ever for an expansion goalie. 8 games, 0-7 with a 6.90 average. And I can tell you it wasn't all his fault. '75, he ended up with the Richmond Robins of the AHL, 7-13-3 record in 28 games. Then he found his way to Thunder Bay. '76, he played with the Thunder Bay Twins of the OHA Senior League and continued that for the next number of seasons into the Thunder Bay Senior Hockey League. Now, the Thunder Bay Twins, he played there as a player coach, and he retired as a player 5 seasons later. To my memory, he's one of the few goalie player coaches in that league's history, so he's always breaking new ground. Now, when he settled in the Thunder Bay area in retirement, he became the assistant coach for the Thunder Bay Thunderhawks of the Colonial Hockey League in 1991. Now, the Colonial Hockey League was evolved in the United Hockey League, or the UHL. The Colonial Hockey League from 91 to 97, and he was also known as the International Hockey League from 2007 to 2010. So they had teams in minor hockey zones in the United States and Canada, and it's considered what they call, if the AHL is AAA minor hockey, this was like single A and a half. Still some good players that played there. Now, just to recap, he played with the Port Arthur North Stars for his 3 first appearances in the Memorial Cup, put up some decent numbers, won 51 games in a regular season. Now, he played with the Port Arthur Mars last trip to the Cup, 28-2 and in the playoffs, 11-8 that season. So Dayton Gems, he played 77 games over 2 seasons. Oklahoma City, he played over 150 games over 3 campaigns. With Boston Braves, 23 games. San Diego, 69. Richmond, 28. And Thunder Bay, some tremendous totals. So a very, very durable goalie, very, very good player. And from what I've heard through Thunder Bay, a very, very genial gentleman who's given a lot to hockey. But imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. You played in 4 Memorial Cups or Memorial Cup playoffs. You won a Stanley Cup. You played for one of the most popular teams in the NHL history, in the Bruins. You played for the great Dayton Gems, the great Oklahoma City Blazers, the great Boston Braves and San Diego Gulls. You're an expansion Washington Capital, with original Capital, and you played with the great Richmond Robins as well. Very popular squads. So no matter where he went, he was well received because all the teams he played for were extremely, extremely popular amongst people of all ages. And it was kind of weird when the situation with Cheevers jumping over. If I'm not mistaken, Gilbert became in the mix a little bit later. You had Ross Brooks. You had different players who were trying out. I know for a little while, I think they had Jacques Plante as well in Boston, so there was a lot going on in the Boston cage. To my memory, there must have been between 9 and 12 different major league and minor league prospects that were trying out for Boston in that 5-6 year period between the 72 season and the last playoff Stanley Cup run in 79 against Montreal. There was a lot going on in the Boston net. And Mr. Adams, again, was part of that. And a very talented guy, like you said. You can't play in the NHL unless you're talented. Final NHL totals, 9-10-1, 4.32 average, with the 88% save percentage and 1 shutout. So that's the story of the hockey John Adams. If you like what we're doing here, raise a beer, a John Adams beer, to players like John Adams, and think about it. Give me a like, comment, or subscribe. Requests are always respected and encouraged. And just remember, if you're a Boston Bruins fan in the 1970s, there's a lot to celebrate. I think we have over 60 Boston Bruins related podcasts on this channel, if not more. Winsink, Jonathan, O'Reilly, Joe Gilbert, different people. Check us out, and if anybody were missed, let us know. We even got Dennis O'Brien, we got Dick Redmond, all these great 4th and 5th defensemen for Boston back in the day. So take care, ladies and gentlemen, and watch out for the storm in southern New Brunswick. A little bit of snow going on, so be careful on the roads. Have a good day. Bye.